Now, new research shows black people are almost 9 times more likely than white people to be stopped and searched for drugs.
There's a call for police forces to be stripped of stop and search powers if they're found to have used them unfairly. Our reporter Phil Edwards has been following this story. Run us through the detail of this research.
There's been an overall reduction in the number of police stop and search operations carried out in England and Wales, but at the same time, an increase in the racial disparity for when it comes to policing of drugs offences. Now, back in 2014, there was an overhaul of the system. The then Home Secretary, Theresa May, tried to make it fairer towards black people. If anything, it's got worse in that time. Let's have a look at the figures then. We can see there were just over 300,000 stop and search operations carried out in the 12 months to March 2017. But of that number, black people were stopped at almost 9 times the rate that white people were. Also in the period between 2010 and 2017, arrests involving white people fell by 52%, but for black people there was no corresponding decrease whatsoever. The author of this new report is Dr. Rebecca Delso, and she has said the following: the police are clearly unable or unwilling to deal with the problem, and a solution needs to come from elsewhere. Forces that cannot use stop and search fairly and effectively should have the powers taken away from them until they can show that they can be trusted to use those powers appropriately. The Home Office have told us we are clear that nobody should be stopped on the basis of their race or ethnicity. And since introducing reforms in 2014, we have seen the highest ever stop to arrest ratio. But this report has also found, that people who are black are more likely to be harshly dealt with when they're found in possession of drugs. It claims the detection rate is pretty much the same for all different sorts of ethnic groups, but black people are more likely to be arrested and not merely cautioned, and they're less likely to get what's called an out-of-court disposal. In other words, they're more likely to get a conviction. It's obviously highly controversial, this whole topic, with people from all backgrounds, both for and against the practice, but it's this racial disparity that is causing the greatest concern.
They're ending up in the courts more often than not. Thank you very much, Phil.
Now, the government is to clamp down on cheats who